Thank you. Nothing like some backwards audio to bring it in. This is the Yeah Come On Show 152. I'm your host, Southside Steve. That's my co-host to the left, Brett Barney.
In studio.
We're all together. And our co-host, Brando. That is one Evan Brandonicio. Yeah, come on. Hey, what happened?
I already caused a fucking.
He went away.
I was gonna salute my fucking.
Cable.
Okay. I'm about to say because my mic went out for a second. No technical. Look at the knot. We have a knot of wires.
This is production, baby.
I tell you, we're a well-oiled machine. I want to thank Oxygen Financial right off the top because we are in the Oxygen Financial Shrimp Tank Studios. Thank you to one Ted Jenkins. Also, the Yeah Come On Studios. This is where it all started, gentlemen. 152 shows ago. And notice the props in the room. This is a half-drink bottle of Yeah Come On bourbon from Legends. We have a full bottle as backup. We have the koozie. We have the cup. We have some hats. You know, I even have my Yeah Come On flask. There's a lot of props going on.
That flask is pretty legit.
And everything's available either at Legends or at yeahcomeon.com.
Hey now.
Not presently a sponsor of the Yeah Come On Show, but a shameless plug nonetheless.
I still don't understand flasks. Like
What don't you understand?
I understand how they work and the
keeps
functionality of them, but it's like somebody gifts me a flask. Like, when the fuck am I going to use 2 shots of bourbon? You know,
music festivals, cons,
Golf course?
Yeah, I want
School?
more than.
Or just
I need like, you know, those flasks. Like, my cousin has a flask you can pour an entire champagne bottle into.
Yeah.
That's my type of flask.
Oh, you're saying the amount of alcohol you need is a
Jeez.
non-smuggleable.
Why don't you
amount.
just carry a 2-liter and call it a flask? Seriously, the issue is that this is on the sneak. It gives you a little bite. It's great for snow skiing. It's great for just being out in during the winter. But you just keep it in your jacket, and wherever you go, if you feel like you want a taste of your favorite, potion, you just pour it in a glass. I mean, I'll be at a restaurant, and if they don't have Legends Yeah Come On bourbon whiskey, I'll be like, can I just get a glass with ice? And I'll just pour one.
Usually,
I don't think you're supposed to do it like that.
Yeah, you're not. I
got
just do it. Nobody cares. I got 2 kids. They're all over the place. Nobody pays attention.
Face.
And any parent, anybody that sees me goes, he's got 2 kids. He needs to drink. I'm like, hell yeah, I do.
For the dad who drinks on the go.
Well, as long as one parent is not drinking, then you're good. That's it.
That's Steve's fatherly wisdom for the day.
I look at the wife. I'm like, heads or tails?
Yeah, come on, parenting advice. That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's great. Yeah, fatherly advice. Number 1 from Southside. Only one parent drinks.
That's why it's hard to be a single mom these days.
It's not easy. Single moms?
Or single dad.
Single dads. And usually the dude they start dating is younger than them, and they're doing it for the sex. And they're always drinking. So the mom still has to be the responsible one. It's not easy being a single mom. That's why I stay with Amanda. Cheers.
And pouring shit into a flask is just a pain in the ass.
I always feel like a jackass and an idiot. Like, anytime I have to pour something into a flask, I feel like the dumbest person in the world.
No, what you need is just they come with a little funnel.
I lost it. I don't know where the
Exactly.
funnel is.
Everybody
the
loses
easiest
it.
thing to lose on a flask.
Or you just eyeball it. Eyeball it.
Well, you're like in a
Go
hotel
slow.
room.
Yeah,
or
you're
something,
over the
like,
sink. You're like pouring as much in as you're pouring down the drain.
You're like, hey, does somebody have a sheet of paper I could roll up? I don't fucking know.
Well, they all overflow because everybody wants to fill it to the top. So that happens. That's one issue with flasks.
Yeah, you're only getting 6 ounces. You better get it to the top. Like, I needed this one to the brim, baby.
To the brim. Well, a lot of us have been through it. We wanted to cover sickness. We've done a sick show. With me with bronchitis, strep throat. We've all had a little bit of something. I still got a little bit of a cough, but I will tell you I'm on prednisone. So once you're on the hard stuff, I'm on steroids, gentlemen. There's no way to catch it.
This is performance-enhancing drugs.
I'm actually getting bigger as we speak. I wore an extra large in here because I assume it'll be tight for this show.
He's halfway through the show. He just swaps out with Lou Ferrigno.
How y'all doing? And I start to talk like this. Well, Lou Ferrigno talks a whole different way, and I don't want to poke fun because he has a hearing issue.
I would say he sounds like he's deaf, but is he deaf?
I don't know.
He's not deaf,
Should we?
but he doesn't hear well.
Do we attempt to do the best impersonation?
Of Lou Ferrigno?
Hey, but no. See, that's horrible. Don't
God,
get me doing
guys,
that.
man, my Lou Ferrigno now. I don't know about you guys. My Lou Ferrigno knowledge is pretty surface level.
Now, I've heard him talk before, and it's not like I don't want to do Arnold by accident. So Lou's kind of got like he's got his own voice. So let's say it's like this, and he's like, I'm Lou Ferrigno, Lucy.
Because he never made the jump to show.
I like cookie. H is for Hulk. Blah, 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 blah,
Is
blah.
he Matumbo?
I don't know. Maybe I'm a Matumba. Hey, you guys. All right, none of us can do Lou. All right, Lou. I don't know if anybody ever attempted Lou. I don't even know if Rich Little did Lou. That's a old guy.
Was he like a stud, or was he always just kind of like, oh, that's the guy who plays the Hulk? You know, like was
guy
he
plays
like,
the Hulk.
Okay,
He
'cause,
never
like,
worked it.
No, not like a
No.
Schwarzenegger or like any of those guys.
Arnold had a little more polish, a
Yeah,
little more
people like
attractive. You didn't see Lou getting the Conan gig.
Right. That's what I'm getting at. Is like he's that same sort of like '80s, buff
Right.
guy.
And
but-
definitely he wasn't getting Terminator.
No.
He wasn't getting that. But whatever.
But he got I Love You, Man.
Yeah. Oh, he was great in I Love You, Man.
There you go. So he had some motion. The other thing is we were hit by storms. I just want to thank you. All of us are here. Nobody got hit. Remember the other night when the tornadoes were coming? Everybody's freaking out. So my wife got suckered big time. Her friend's like, oh, my God, do we have anything to worry about? And she's in a rental house because they're building nearby. And she's riding around the car with 3 boys, all under the age of 5.
Oh.
And my wife's like, well, we've got a basement. Come on over. I'm like, we had just had. Keep in mind, I'm unemployed at the moment. I have dropped major cable channels. I'm cutting back. We're going with cheaper bacon. We're not getting. Matter of fact, I'm drinking K-Cola at the house. I can't even afford-
Eggs are gone right now.
No, I'll be honest with you. I live near this little farm. We're stealing eggs. We're not even buying them. We're stealing them. The Rickmans are eating brown eggs stolen from a farm. That's what we're doing. Times are tough. We're available for free dinners. Anybody wants to take the Rickmans out, we'll meet you for lunch or dinner.
We like Zaxby's. We like Charlie's.
No. We're taking it up more. We still have our taste.
Oh,
We're higher than that. We went over here to Milton's. They've got a really nice breakfast spread over here, and we went and ate there because my father-in-law was buying. It was fabulous, and the cook recognized me and felt bad that I was unemployed and sent over free muffins.
Is Milton's the? Oh, no, I guess this isn't the place that would send. Free
It's right here.
muffins.
It's right around the corner from
No,
us.
I think. What am I? I'm thinking of Martin's. Martin's is like
Oh.
it's great
Oh,
chicken
Martin's
biscuit,
is
but all of
delicious.
their like. It's really confusing because when you get in there and you see the prices, you've never seen anything priced like this before. It'll be like, yeah, man, you want a chicken biscuit with a slice of tomato? That's $3.83.
Yeah, it's just
What?
weird numbers
Yeah.
to throw you.
Yeah.
And then in the
I'm
end,
thrown.
And then in the end, they just run it up. They
Yeah.
run it up. We're going to average this thing up because we got some Bud Dubbers. I'm trying to get the name of this fabulous restaurant, but I'll tell you right now, when somebody is offering you free food, you jump on it.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you're unemployed. You're like, man, normally I would be like, man, let's just stay at the house. I'm like, oh, hell no, we'll go. Here it is. I went to Maple Street.
Oh,
That's
I
where I
love
was
Maple
at.
Street.
Maple Street. I want to give them a shout out, man. What a fabulous breakfast, man. It was good stuff. But when the storms came and we had all the kids there, I told my wife, I said, you're bringing more people over here. I don't have enough helmets.
What?
Like motorcycle? What?
Because I owned a Harley for 20 years, different chicks.
Where's it now?
Well, it's been sold. There's some bastard that owns it. Got a steal of a deal. I had $28,000 in what you bought for $6,000.
Whoa!
I see his picture. He bought it. Nissan sold it for me, and I see him wheeling it out of Regal Nissan, and he's on it smiling like I'm like, you son of a bitch. Just I'm happy I sold, but I was like, but the wife's like, get off the bike. I wanted to keep it, but a motorcycle, you got to constantly do upkeep. You don't just let them sit in a garage, and and in the insurance, you keep it insured. It was a money suck, but I owned it and I loved it. I didn't want to get rid of it, but I've got all these helmets from girls I dated. I would always buy a chick a helmet because they don't want to wear the ex-girlfriend's helmet.
Dude, how many fucking helmets do you have?
I got about 12. And they're all, yeah.
And you don't have that is not enough?
You could sell those.
I guess I could. None of them have been dropped. And they're HOA. HOA. Is it HOA?
I don't know.
It's AOA. Whatever. They're approved. I'm thinking HOA because of subdivisions, but DOT.
I was gonna say, isn't it DOT because it's got the stamps on the back?
It takes a second for me to get my initials together.
I am not remotely cool
More
enough
flask,
to know.
more flask.
More flash. So they're DOT approved, but I wore a couple brain buckets where they're just like, fake helmets just because I didn't like wearing a real helmet. I never really
Hard
wore
ass.
I know, I never wore a real helmet.
Wait. So you have fake helmets
Fake.
and you make your kids wear
Hang on.
them
Whoa,
in a store. Your kids wear
No,
fake
they're in the
helmets?
DOT helmets.
What
and
is
then
the
one of my kids
difference? between wearing a fake helmet and a real helmet? Like, do you just like the look?
The
Or you don't want
fake
safety?
helmet. The fake helmet is so much smaller. It's lighter. You don't look like you're like Kazoo on the Flintstones, with his big ass helmet. I just never liked a big helmet. Now I do have a full face helmet that I would wear in the wintertime, and that looks cool. But when you're riding a Harley, especially a fat boy, you don't wear the big full face helmet. You kind of look like a dork. You wear a shell.
Yeah. Sometimes it's got spikes on it.
No, I wasn't that cool.
Your
I was
club
like,
name.
Plus, I don't want anybody to think I'm a Nazi.
Oh yeah, that's a tough. That is a concern.
Yeah.
So
You shouldn't wear the armband, man.
that's it. So I have
Dead
this.
giveaway.
Thank you.
You just rolling through Milton.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey neighbor.
It's like
How's it
the
go?
scene out of Rat Race.
No, seriously. Yeah, what's the problem? I'm just waving.
Welcome to the neighborhood, Goldberg.
Sorry. You got to make sure you wave low.
Wave low.
So, so I had this mattress fort built down in the basement where it's underground and it's just a concrete wall. And I bring the kids down there anytime there's a major
Did you
storm.
call it a mattress fort?
Well, that's what I call it so the boys want to play in it. So there's a mattress on the bottom, mattress on top propped up. And next thing you know, I'm handing out helmets. So when the storms were coming through, we were like, all right, there's a warning. As long as there's not, if it's a watch, you're cool. But once there's a warning, then there's one in the area. So I'm down there and I got all the kids in helmets. Just because if something hits, you don't want brain injuries.
What other point or time in life do you force your kids to wear helmets?
That's
Is this
it.
like a
well,
regular...
bicycles, dude, they got to do it on the scooters and the bicycles. None of the stuff
What
I
about
ever did.
walking in your backyard? You live off a golf course. What if they get domed?
Well, I'll be honest with you. We were in the backyard the other day, just south of the playground, and bam, and literally 8 feet away a ball landed. And I was like, how did you carve that through these trees? But it did. Yeah. Am I going to hear a kid scream one day that he's been hit by a golf ball? I'm sure. It'll
So
happen.
who gets sued in this situation?
I don't know. I don't think it's the golfer's fault. I don't.
Yeah, it's assumption of risk if you're outside playing next to a golf course.
But if I'm on my property and you hit me,
But you live on a golf course.
But-
It's like
but-
that
but
one
there's
Instagram
private
video where the
property.
guy's like, "You hit my house." The guy's like, "Yeah, you live on a golf course."
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I don't know.
with the what are you gonna do? Stab me? Quote from Man Stabbed.
There you
know,
go.
like-
there you go. Well, I don't know, but I know one thing I think we can all agree on, and as this show is dropping, the Dallas Cowboys will be playing the Bucks. That is tonight because we're here
they're
on
gonna
a
throttle him.
yeah, we're here on MLK. Hey, to Martin Luther King, God bless. The man had a fantastic message. If you'd stick with his message, the world would be a nicer place. Trust me, don't get it twisted. God bless him, Mr. Martin Luther King Jr. So tonight is the Monday Night Football, and
Talk about Martin Luther King Sr. enough.
Yeah. Or Martin Luther King Jr. Jr.
Yeah.
I know there is Junior.
What if he was the second? Like, some people don't do juniors now; they do the second.
Martin Luther King the second.
That doesn't have the same ring.
No.
It doesn't. I would rather have a second. I don't think anybody likes being a junior.
Dude, if you have another son, you should name him Stephen Rickman the second.
I think at some point
Fixed.
you're a junior. Like it's like you're like if your name is William, right? You go by like Billy as a kid, right?
Billy the Kid.
Billy
got
the
it.
Kid, I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it.
I walked
Okay,
with that.
yeah.
No,
How
but
that
like,
happened?
Yeah.
as a kid, but like as you get older, you go, no, I'm Will now. It's like if I'm a junior, I'm a junior till I'm probably like 12.
I
And
got
I'm like,
cousins
no.
that did that.
It's the second now.
Like I show up, it's hey Angie, and then the next year it's Angela.
it's Angela.
I'm like okay, and then there's Tony. The next year, like you're not Tony anymore. Who are you? And what did he come up with?
Anthony,
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. I should have realized that.
Italian.
Yeah, Anthony. And I'm like, Anthony? And I looked at my cousin Paul. Really can't do anything unless you want to be Paulie.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. But it was like they all changed their names to a much suitable adult name.
Yeah. So I feel like at a point like you stop being junior.
I wouldn't want to introduce myself that way.
Hey, I'm junior.
Or do you go by JR?
Oh, JR's cool.
JR's cool. But the third,
You better carry a revolver.
That reminds me. There's a band that was called Dale Earnhardt Jr., and now they're just JR because they were trying to be respectful. I don't think the Dale Earnhardt estate had a problem with it, but I think that there was just like a hey guys, we see it. If you could change it, cool. If not, no worries. And
yeah, I'm sure they had to get permission.
Yeah.
But with football coming in, did you guys watch the wild card games? Because this was a
Oh,
wild
Yes,
yeah.
dude, that Chargers game was insane.
That's how I felt watching those games.
Oh, yeah.
Did y'all see the meme that went out with the Atlanta Falcon Charger logo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude.
Okay, that's a fair question. I put it out on Twitter. What's worse? Losing by 20 down up 27 and losing, or up 25.
Being up by anything over 3 touchdowns and losing sucks.
Oh, I see your point. So you're saying would you rather be up more or less when you get the comeback?
What I'm saying is the comeback on this one, they were up by 27, but the Falcons in the Super Bowl,
Up
it was
by 25.
28-3.
Yeah.
28-3. And this
But then
one's-
everyone's like, but that was a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but
And they came back in less time.
I would rather lose like that not at the Super Bowl. Like I would almost rather not make it to the Super Bowl.
Evan, you're a Bears fan. I understand this. I'm a Falcons fan. I do understand. You did not want to lose like this. It still hurts.
Yeah.
No,
Steve,
it does.
Steve knows. Steve
I
and
know.
I've talked. We'll randomly talk about this on like a Monday in 3 months and just be like, fucking.
Bears have had our
Tom
fair
Brady.
share of heartbreak. My first memory of a Super Bowl is the Bears losing. I started my career as a football fan as a
Rex
loser.
Grossman?
Yeah, sexy Rexy, baby.
Oh, my
God. That is a Super Bowl
Well,
quarterback right
There's
there.
been blowouts. I mean, you look at some of the blowouts, like I remember the Patriots getting blown out in 90, 91, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
There's some sad-ass games, and there's competitive games.
Huh. Yeah,
But-
talk about getting blown. TCU and Georgia.
Oh,
yeah.
boring.
That was a
boring.
Curb stomp.
This is why I don't like
was.
college football. I know that's sacrilegious in the South, but I just feel like every game I see, like 1 or 2 games a year, are really fun to watch. But the rest are just like, hey, man.
No, but you had a
Yeah.
weekend of great games.
this week.
Yeah.
That
Now,
made
the
up
come-
for
The
it,
comeback,
yes.
if you were a fan, I mean, if you're a Jaguar fan, which I don't think I know one.
I know one.
I'm in a group text of 10 guys. 2 of us are from Atlanta. The other 8 are all from Jacksonville, and they're all Jaguars fans. And it was the most fun watching that game, just going back and forth with all this. And I'm,
Yeah, they
I'm
had
like
to
on there, I'm
love
like,
it.
Duval, baby, I'm jagging off.
Dude, I mean, it was fantastic to watch. I mean, that is good. But, you're looking at the QB for the for the Chargers. You're like, dude, what the hell?
Sorry, man. Yeah.
I mean, all those guys, like, how did you let this happen? You only scored a field goal in the second half, and you own that team. And there can be a change. So, yeah, you got the 30-31 loss with the Jaguars, but I can't see the Jaguars going any further. And then you got the Bills,
no.
who you thought were going to stomp the Dolphins, at least I did.
It came out looking that way.
So bummed, man.
Yeah, and then they only win 34-31.
And I had them
Almost
covering,
lost it.
I had them covering the 14. I wasn't very happy about that.
No, you weren't. Oh, yeah, dude. I lost every effing bet this week.
Okay, so I hit Jacksonville +2. I lost Bills minus 13.5.
Yeah, you
and
did.
I lost Cincinnati minus 8.5 and minus 9.5.
Yeah, and the Ravens had a shot last night. If you watch that game, dude, in that last effort, that throw, there was that one guy, and I can't think of which player it was, could have caught it. He was
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I kind of thought I was surprised to see the Bengals. Like it was, I watch every game, or I watched every week, but I was like, oh, hey, the Bengals are in the playoffs. Who knew?
They were in the Super Bowl last year.
I know. I totally forgot.
No, you knew they were going to be. I thought they were going to be. And, I mean, there's just certain teams you knew were going to win. I thought the Vikings would definitely beat the Giants.
That game surprised me more
Yeah.
than any of them because I thought, well, okay, Seahawks, how the hell did they stay in the first half
They're
against
another
the
team that was like,
49ers?
oh, when did you guys get here?
By the way, the guy who made the most money this season, Geno Smith, the quarterback of the Seahawks,
Oh, yeah?
he's going to cash in by carrying that team to the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
Well,
he was
it-
kind of nowhere and getting pushed around.
Yeah.
He carried that team all season long.
He did. He got him someplace where you did not think they would end up. And the 49ers were like, that's the one game that worked out the way it was supposed to on paper.
and the Bills.
41.
I think the Bills.
it wasn't supposed to be
did.
that
It wasn't
close.
supposed- That was supposed to be a steamroller.
that was a
but
2-touchdown prediction in Vegas.
there,
Yeah,
I mean, that's
Vegas
my,
had this one wrong the whole weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, they did. I mean, they might have had winners,
The only
but
one that-
nobody saw the scores going down the way they did. And tonight, I don't know who wins with Cowboys and Bucks. I think everybody's thinking, yeah, this is the Bucks.
I think Bucks.
I got a 4-leg parlay, and I've hit everything. It was 49ers money line, Bills money line,
Wow.
Cincinnati money line, and tonight Dallas if they win by 3. I hit a 4-leg.
You're just fucking Adam Sandler in that.
I love it.
That movie.
I'm
Uncut Gems.
addicted to it.
This is how I win.
I love it.
I'm gonna come.
The wife's like, you're unemployed. Stop betting.
Oh,
You're like,
I
no,
had to remove-
honey, I'm about to hit it big.
Yeah, I had to remove my app for the for
didn't think
Georgia
about that.
Lottery. Sorry, I had to remove you. But I've given you a ton of damn money. So when I get back in radio, why I don't have a Georgia Lotto endorsement, please God. You look at my bank account without my wife around and be like, God. Oh, yeah, it's nasty.
Who are you guys pulling for this year? Obviously, no Falcons, Bills. Yeah, I feel like everyone's kind of.
I bought a future on the Bills before the season for them to
Did you
win.
really?
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
Shaped up nicely. I'm pro Bills. They're like they're the protagonists of the NFL this year. You know,
Somewhat, I agree. The Jaguars aren't going to be it. There's no way. Do the Bucks pull it off?
God, I
Does
hope not. I hope
Brady.
they lose by 20.
Then Brady's running out of fingers. I mean, he did give up his wife and his life,
Yeah.
but then you find out that Giselle was probably hooking up with the trainer through this last year. But then you look at his new girlfriend. He's not hurting. But you know who I care about as a father? The kids. It sucks for the kids.
No,
They don't get daddy coming home. Not that daddy's
do they
ever
want
home
Daddy
much.
to come home? He's mouth kissing him all the time. Do you see that one?
dude, he's
picture?
gonna miss those mouth kisses.
Yeah, when he was sitting at the pool, and I don't know about you. Like, I get it with.
I don't think
Steve.
my lips ever touched my father's lips.
Do you kiss your kids on the lips?
Yes.
So okay.
I remember
did.
giving my dad like a
Well, there's
hug
gonna be
because he's
a-
like a little kid, like your kid's age, but not his kids are like 13.
Well, it depends on the family. Like, I think it's going to go. I would want Brooks to give me a hug or a kiss on the cheek, I think, at least through like 12, 13. I don't know when it stops. The lip kisses are cute at 5 because he comes coming in and does it.
Well, did you
'cause
see
he's a
the
little
swimming
kid.
pool pictures?
But
No.
always kiss your mother.
His son, like I said, I don't know his son's age. I could probably look it up on my phone, but then who cares? His son, like Brady's sitting there in a chair at the pool with his legs extended, and his son is sitting in between his legs in his crotch area with his legs, and it's a picture of just both their legs together, and it's like, I love spending time at the pool with this little boy or something like that.
That's cute. That's not weird. I
Dude,
would
his
tell you
son's like 13.
Depends how old the boy
okay, I gotta
is.
look up how old
Yeah.
his son is because that really does.
12, fine. 13, weird.
Is that the
That's
threshold?
my-
The
that's-
teenage
I think we
threshold?
just found it.
Dude,
yeah.
if
If
my-
you can
if
be
my
bar
dad-
mitzvahed,
Yeah, if you're bar mitzvah.
That's a man.
If you're dead, 13.
That is really a great standard.
Hey, by the way, if your dad was Brady, you'd be all over him too. You're like, just want to make sure that money comes my way, Dad.
love you, Dad. You're the best dad ever.
Okay.
I don't care what Mom says about you.
Yeah, you know what? Mom has an accent. I can't understand her half the time anyway.
One is 15 and one is 13.
Okay, that's weird. That's weird, especially if it's a 15-year-old.
No, I mean dude. I don't know. I don't know if my kid. Yeah, I don't know. Once he's got hair under his arms, I'm like, you don't have to sit in my lap anymore.
yeah.
It could get weird. Or he's got BO. I'm like, all right. Once you get BO the first time, I'm gonna give you Axe, and then I want you to put it on and never sit in Daddy's lap again.
Do you guys have a grudge against Tom Brady because of?
You know, my problem is I'm too big of a forgiver. And here's the deal: if he was on the Patriots, yes, F the Patriots,
Yeah.
F them. But
I'm
he's
looking
on
at this picture. This kid's too old. This
Let
kid's
me
way
see.
too old.
Oh,
Love-
that's
love
nice,
this
giving your
boy.
kid a kiss. Brady's got some little nasty toes, but his son's got good feet.
You heard it here first, folks.
Oh my God. Ew.
I'm just acknowledging some people have bad feet. Brady.
No, this is like, when they call like a kid, he's like, he's going to be a little heartbreaker. It's like, that's kind of a weird thing to say about a kid. Like it's not really, but it's like,
Oh, you can look at a kid. You can look at a girl and give her the comment going, look at the father going, you're in trouble.
yeah,
That girl's
hey,
going to
buddy,
be
she's going to be
hot.
batting
yeah.
away dicks.
Yeah. And then you can look at a girl and go, look at the father going, maybe one or two guys come after her. I think you're okay. No offense.
Dude, you ever look at your friend's
She's just not,
wives?
she looks a little more like your wife. Ugh.
You look at like a friend's wife and they have like a son and like your boys and you're like, oh man, that sucks. Cause like when those kids get to middle school, their friends are gonna talk so much shit about how bad they want to fuck his mom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
kids do that. They didn't do that in my grade. I don't know when that started, but it wasn't
Oh,
in
that
the
was all
70s.
through.
Was it? Did you
Definitely
get that?
going on with me.
I think MILFs became a thing later. We never looked at moms going, damn. Now I eyeballed some teachers going, yeah.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
well, that's the reset, right? It was Hot for Teacher, the Hot for Teacher era, until Fountains of Wayne releases Stacy's mom.
Oh,
then,
that's a good point.
Then people the doors open on moms. People start getting interested.
I agree. Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
a thing. when
Stifler's
I was
mom
younger.
was hot at the
Stifler's mom
time.
was hot at
Yeah,
the
there was
time.
a lot going on with moms.
I'd still
Yeah,
do
moms
Stifler's
really
mom.
took it away from the teachers.
They
Yeah.
did. Well, you are listening. Cut. You are.
There's no cuts on today.
There's
We're
no cut.
running straight. Oh shit!
oh,
Oh, there's my sunglasses.
Good Lord. On that note, I just want to let you know you're listening to show 152 of the Yeah Come On Show. It's now time to thank our sponsors. Woo! Dick. All right. First off, let's thank somebody that Brett needs. Therapy. David Markwell. Markwell Therapy. Go to markwelltherapy.com. David Markwell is the man, proud sponsor of the Yeah Come On Show. Helped me, does marriage counseling. We did it prior to. It's not like we're going through any trouble. ease up. And then also I want to thank Oxygen Financial because we're in the Oxygen Financial studios right now. And another great thank would have to be Legends. That's right. Yeah, come on. Bourbon whiskey. That's what this show drinks now. We didn't have a drink for a long time. We said, show me the cheddar. Legends is stepping up. It's going to show us some cheddar. We get the check next month, boys. Thank you.
We love you, Legends. You are legendary.
Also, Joe B's. I'm talking bee pollen. Probably the only reason I'm not dead, as sick as I've been, I pop 2 capsules every morning. It's the first thing I do on an empty stomach, and it keeps you going. It gives you energy like you would not believe. If you're 57 with 2 children, I advise you taking Joe B's. Go to joebees.com, JOEBEES.com. Also, I'd like to thank you two fine fellas.
Hey.
You know, it's good to be in a studio. Right
Keep
now.
going. Keep going.
No, it is not. Brett keeps fucking farting.
No, did you see my face during that? I looked at you and go, I have to fart. So
God,
bad.
do not. I hate this. I want to go back on
I
Zoom.
ate so many hot wings yesterday, and I will say it was from $3.
You knew we were going to be here.
They're so good, though. How you can't put meat in a $3 and not expect me to eat hot wings.
That's true. That's
I
irresponsible.
need to eat hot wings at least once a week. Like, you could inject hot wings into me.
See, I can't.
Last meal, I'm
Zero.
on death row. Hot wings are in the fucking meal, dude.
I have zero
No doubt.
interest. I never got into hot stuff.
How do you
but
not-
I don't like
You're
chicken
from
wings.
Atlanta.
You can get teriyaki. You can get lemon pepper wet. Like, there's a lot of
Oh,
different
I can
things
do.
you can
No,
do.
I can do the lemon pepper. If I'm going to do any of them, it'll be lemon pepper.
I'm
No.
just saying wings. Like,
Taco Max sweet chili sesame is an elite wing flavor, I think.
Yeah.
And we can rank them all.
But I'm just not a hot wing guy. My wife put hot sauce on anything. I can't do it. I mean, you know, I just can't. I burn, baby.
is it Frank's? What are we talking here? She put that shit on everything?
I don't know. She doesn't necessarily have a brand. There's things I just don't pay attention. I just see her over there putting something on. I'm like, nah. I don't know what we have. I just know there's a little dude with his hair on fire on the bottle, whatever that is.
Guy Fieri?
Fieri.
Fieri.
Fieri? Like the
Fieri.
card. Fiero.
Fiero.
I saw. Where was I? Oh, I
Can you imagine if your name? Hi, my name's Bob Fiero. That was my car.
That was a cool car.
My brother owned one. My youngest brother. They were fun.
Did you ever drive it?
You got in it, and you're like, man, it's like a sports car. Then you get out and go, yes, looks like shit.
You know what I
I
think
think it was
that-
like a Ferrari.
It was better inside than outside.
Speaking of Steve in the past, you know what I think that means it's time for?
Yes. Right now, I take you back in time to a moment in Southside's world where something happened.
It's a new segment we're doing called Steve's Story, where
Yeah.
Steve is going to regale us with a highlight from his past.
One thing I want to talk about, and this is a true test, a lot of people don't think it works, but I was a bartender, and this would have been around 1990, and I started bartending, and I worked at a sports bar, I worked at a nice tuxedo bar, at a conference center, and that's where the bartending career started. And then later I would end up bartending at Rupert's, the top nightclub in Atlanta. But bartending, I had a cut on my finger, and when I was squeezing, just, you know, it's not like I'm bloody. I wasn't putting blood in people's drinks. But when I would squeeze, like, the lemon or the lime, it would burn. And then I realized it just dawned on me because a guy was talking to me, a friend of mine, he caught herpes. And he's like, man, what the hell, man? I got herpes, dude. And I'm sitting there going, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, it's on me. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes,
What?
I get these bumps literally down there on me. I'm like on your shaft, your penis? And he's like, yeah. And he goes, and I got to take medicine till it goes away. I go, what about your face? He goes, no, I didn't have oral sex with.
This is not information I would freely offer up to. You could not waterboard that information out of me, by the
No,
way.
the dude was just he was a close friend, and I knew the girl, and I kind of set him up at the bar, and he goes, dude.
Oh, you're an asshole.
I didn't mean to. I didn't know she had herpes. And literally, they had a one-night stand, and the dude caught herpes. And everybody knows herpes is forever. But if you watch the commercials, the good news is you get to kayak, hike, and mountain climb, and you have a wonderful life.
That's like the ultimate gotcha on your buddy.
Yeah.
What if you would have pulled a
You're on candid camera.
There is another
You have
story.
herpes.
There's another story where a guy named Don, I want to say his last name so bad.
do not?
Do
Don
not-
McLean.
No, but close. I'll tell you the name off air.
No.
Off air. But I got him the clap because the same girl gave it to me. I made sure he had sex with her too.
There's a lesson here.
Yeah.
If Steve
God,
tries to set you
Steve.
up with someone, say no thanks.
No thanks. So here's the situation. So that struck me. And he goes, yeah, it's like open sores. And I'd never seen it. I mean, I took health class. I knew what it looked like. So I thought about it. So literally like a week later, I'm going to hook up with a chick, not the same one. And I'm like, oh, my God, I know what I'm going to do. So I took a lemon and put it in my pocket.
Oh, the lemon test.
Yes.
This is where the lemon
Is
test
this
started.
real? This is not
This
a real
is
thing,
real.
right?
This started in Peachtree City, Georgia. This started in 1990. This is when the lemon test was originated. And I literally took it and squeezed some lemon on my fingers. And when I went to do third base, and I'm getting her going, no ooh or ah. I was all over it. And I'm like, we're good. Had sex with her, no problem.
Huh.
I did this 6 or 7 times. Around the 8th time, literally, and I'm not kidding you, this is where I count on the lemon test. I went down there and the chick was like, ah. And I was like,
Oh, thank you for a nice evening.
I'm like, there's an open sore down there. And then I was like, think quick. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And I just went through this whole sob story. I just stopped. I said, I can't. And I did the whole, I've got a girlfriend. I can't do this. And she's like, I'm like, just.
Why don't you just say you're on your period?
Guys, don't bleed.
What after that?
Brett's like, I should not have used that excuse.
But
as
I got to
much
tell
then.
you, it happened probably, 10, 15 times in my life. Their girl went. And if they do that, when you got lemon juice on your fingers, don't do it.
That's how you get through that many without,
There
catching
you go.
something.
And that is the true story of the lemon test, which was acted out on Southside Steve TV. But that is how it occurred, and that's how it happened. And that was this date in history, the year 1990, the lemon test originated. Feel free to do it yourself.
Did I ever tell you guys a story about the time I almost hooked up with a girl who, had herpes?
Did she tell you before? Because I had a girl
Yeah,
tell me
yeah.
once, and she was so hot I wore a condom.
Yeah, I considered it, but we were
She
like,
was so hot I wore a condom.
we were like dating.
That should
It
be
was-
on T-shirts, bumper stickers. She was so hot I wore a
I-
condom.
I
Put
just
that
wanna-
on my Yeti coffee mug.
She was worth it.
Like sunglasses. You know how many fucking sunglasses you could sell on a college campus?
She-
that
she
said,
was so hot
She
I
was
wore
so
a
hot I
condom."
wore a condom. Every douchebag frat guy would wear one of those.
That's
All right, you
true,
heard it here.
yeah.
We're trademarking it. She was so hot I wore a condom.
We
Coming
said it
out.
That's
first.
a shirt,
We
yeah.
said it first. It's going to be out on yetcomeon.com.
Sorry, Evan.
No, it's fine. I did not. I mean, she was hot, but I did not wear her. I didn't hook up with her. I did not. play
Dude, I
myself
never
well.
wore one. I swear I wore one like
No,
12,
I didn't.
15
I always
times.
wear them. I wear them now, and I have a girlfriend. you know?
Really?
Yeah. Is that weird?
I don't know, man. I was a pull-out guy, and then I realized
I do both. I don't. You can never be too safe.
Well, no. Even with the condom, you can still pull out.
I do.
Yeah, if you don't think you're with somebody you want to have a baby with, then totally do that.
Right.
But I can tell you that getting Amanda pregnant within 45 days, both time, which God bless, God knows a lot of people out there, it's not so easy. I knew how potent I was and what fantastic timing I had. All these years that I never got anybody pregnant, or at least nobody showed up.
Yeah.
Whew. I hope someone does show up.
Why? That would just
I
be
think it'd be
horrific.
funny.
Well, here's the thing: we're getting out of the age. Like if
You
somebody,
lose your job, but you gained a kid.
Yeah, that's true.
oh yeah, great. Daddy can't buy you anything. I'm in a hole.
Do you know how many Christmases you'd have to back pay?
Do you now if you
I
have
don't
to,
think.
if you back pay a Christmas, do you have to do it appropriately for that year? Like if you miss Christmas '98, do you have to get a bunch of shit
I
from
don't think.
1998?
No, I don't think if you knew.
Oh, that would suck. 'Cause all the retro stuff, like
No.
you
You
would
gotta
be
get
hitting
Game Boy.
up Gary V.
Yeah.
you like, setting it
The
up.
little robot that brings drinks.
If you didn't know, you don't have to do it. Speaking of all this sex talk, just finish me off.
Oh boy! All right.
Where it's time for finish me
Oh,
off.
anyway, to
on
finish-
the Yeah, come on, show.
To finish my
your story.
to finish my story, she was like, we were making out, and she's like, just by the way, I have herpes, and I was like, yo, that's cool. I didn't want to have sex tonight anyway. I just really wanted to cuddle. I did not play. I looked like a jackass. In my mind, I was smooth, but nope.
Actually, herpes is a great bailout card for a guy.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You know what the girl told me? I was dating a girl, and she told me,
But if her friends find out and you're trying to bang her friends, that's not good.
That's an opportunity cost, man. You
Yeah.
got to consider it before you go nuclear.
yeah, that's true. I mean, you just got to protect yourself, right? That's it. I still had sex with this girl a few times with a condom. I was like, all right. But it was when she wasn't breaking out. I don't know how it works. Like if there's breakout, does the condom protect you or not? I don't know. Inside it does. Outside I don't know because you're still rubbing.
Well, rubbing's racing.
Yeah.
I've always said that. And it fished me off.
Well, that's not the first time we've heard that.
All right, treasure hunters ordered to stay away from Dutch Village after.
Treasure hunters ordered to stay away from Dutch Village after
Venereal disease outbreak.
after Indiana Jones beats him to it.
Actually, this one's full circle. Nazi treasure map discovered. Yeah, okay.
Oh boy, that wasn't good.
No. There it is.
Yeah.
All right, James Bond becomes Wisconsin's first.
Foreign man to enter.
Private Eye?
Openly LGBTQ cabinet secretary.
Oh.
You guys are over too.
All right,
James
my-
Bond?
If
Oh,
my- if
like
my
a-
life depended on it, I couldn't have finished that off.
I'm just surprised.
I don't
it-
even know those initials. I wish I did. I'm being honest.
It's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. Wait, LGBTQ. It's IA. I is intersex, I think, and then A is asexual.
Yeah, it didn't go that far.
Why do we even talk about the asexual? They're not even in the game.
Yeah, that's true.
There's still people, Steve.
Okay.
I have a friend who's asexual, and it's like,
I just have.
do I
no
flirt
urge.
with you, or like, is it? It would be like performing Shakespeare to a wall,
Yeah, it just doesn't do a thing for him.
Yeah.
YouTubers destroyed over 100 VHS tapes of an obscure 1987 movie to increase the value of.
Their own copies of the movie.
Mm.
Like it was produced on a really small, so they bought as much as they could and then trashed them.
And then trashed them to cause the movie to be extinct,
Mm-hmm.
to kill the movie forever.
That is it. So
Oh.
should I just come in and say that? Like,
Yeah.
they had the final copy, so they went out, bought all the copies,
and killed it forever.
destroyed all of them of this movie. And
What was the
they made
movie?
I probably should have looked the name of
A
of it. Who
1987
cares?
VHS movie. I was trying to think of 87 movies. But
Now, here's the second part. Two-parter.
Two-parter.
They sold the final copy on eBay.
because it's the only surviving copy.
How much money did they get?
like $800 maybe.
Now I'll give him a little more than that. 2,500.
80,600.
What movie was this?
Don't know.
Yeah, we don't know,
He
but,
didn't
like-
do that good of research.
Yeah, but like I feel like
That's
if
not the. It's not research me off.
I'm having too much fun with it.
Okay,
but-
go ahead. Thank you. Keep buzzing him.
A Bosnian couple divorced after discovering both had an online affair with.
A donkey.
Each other.
Evan, there we go.
Oh,
Each
Evan.
other.
I was thinking it's like the Pina Colada song.
Kicker under fake names.
Yeah, it's
Under
Pina
fake
That's
names
the
and
Pina
they
Colada
I
showed
didn't
song.
up.
realize they used fake names. They ended up with each other, and they were already married,
And they're like,
so they got divorced.
I
Yeah.
knew you were cheating.
I heard you
You're
like
cheating?
Pina Coladas and Dancing in the Rain. This is what the fucking song is about.
Wait, can you
Sorry,
imagine the first time they sent like dick pics to each other?
You call yourself Green Iguana?
Wait, hang on. The husband comes out of the shower. He's like, she's laying in bed, just going, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
And I guess we'll end on that. A little MF talk. I want to thank you for tuning in and listening to show 152. It is the Yeah Come On Show. I'm Southside Steve. That's Brett Barney. And Evan Brandonicio. We call him Brando. Can I get a Yeah Come On?
Yeah, come on.
We're in the room together, man.